the TCI Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the Rochester Falcons taking on the Lake Orion Dragons. Hello again, everyone. Dave Zorin along with Jack Roberts here at Lake Orion High School, where tonight the Rochester Falcons take on the Lake Orion Dragons. The Falcons come in at 2-2 and the Dragons at 3-1. The Falcons feature a back, a running back, a wide receiver, a defensive back. He returns kickoffs, Vito Chiaramilano.
Oh, Mr. Versatility. Chiaramilano, he can really do it all. He's number 2 in rushing. He's the team's leading receiver. He runs back kicks. He runs back punts. I don't know. And he's probably their leading hitter. As Coach Mark Merlo was saying, he could be really one of the most valuable players in the entire OAA. He's definitely the most valuable player for the Falcons. If they're going to get off tonight, Chiaramilano has to have a great game.
He does, because Eddie Hillary is out, their leading rusher, and they're primarily a rushing team.
Yeah, and with Hillary gone, it leads to more and more guys keying on Chiaramilano, and you wonder how many hits can he take, how long can it last. He's on a great run, but I think they'll miss Hillary tonight, but they are big. That team is huge. Their offensive and defensive lines average 6'3", about 300 pounds. They're a big team. They can block, and they want to hit. Okay, and they're going to need to rush on the other side of the ball, because they've got quite a quarterback they're going up against, and that's Thule. Oh, the class, really, of the OAA. Darren Thule, big senior, really big, strong kid, 6'3", 187. He's thrown for over 1,800 yards and 11 touchdowns. Darren Thule, we've seen him do it before. He can go down the middle. He can go deep, and the big thing is he can throw across the field. He's got an extremely strong arm. Okay, so it's primarily a rushing team against a passing team, and we'll see who comes up on top right after these messages with the kickoff. The TCI Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Modernistic Carpet Cleaning, Comet Burgers in Royal Oak, Mike's Market Share Coupon Book, and by Bell Tire.
I'm the king.
Of rock and roll?
No, coupons. I'm Mike Gauthier. Some people call me the king of coupons because nobody brings you bigger savings than my Market Share Coupon Book. Having trouble saving money? Then do what the Tripp family does. Carry the book, Mike's Market Share Coupon Book. You'll save thousands on things you use every day, like eyeglasses, oil changes, and cleaning from companies you trust. But you can't save unless you carry the book. Remember, you'll save a king's ransom using my Market Share Coupon Book.
Rumor has it, Comet Burgers is definitely the place to be seen in downtown Royal Oak. After the party, out for dinner, just looking for cold soft drinks, great burgers and fries, milkshakes or pizzas. Comet Burgers is the place to run into just about anybody.
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Even old what's-his-name. Comet Burgers, they're out of this world.
When you call Modernistic, we'll show up with this, $35,000 worth of carpet and upholstery cleaning technology.
Call the competition. They'll probably show up with this.
Our truck-mounted equipment can professionally clean your carpets with 10 times the power of portable cleaners, removing dirt, harmful bacteria, pollens, and more.
The competition can't.
Of course, there is one thing the competition does that we can't.
They make a lot more noise.
Modernistic, count on us.
So the tire store guy says, great deal on them tires. You want valve stems? No thanks. Your tires won't work without valve stems. They're extra. Then he told me all the other extras I needed. So guess what happened to my great deal on them tires?
Only Bell Tire gives you out-the-door pricing. You get the guaranteed lowest price, and at Bell Tire, it's the total, complete, everything's included price with absolutely no extras ever.
Bell Tire.
Nobody comes close, nobody's closer.
The TCI Game of the Week. This week we're at Lake Orion High School, and you can see the beautiful new high school in the background there here at Lake Orion. And the Rochester Falcons visit to take on the Dragons. The Falcons come in 0-2 in the conference, 2-2 overall, and a tough loss last week in overtime to Athens, losing 20-17 in overtime. Lake Orion 1-1 in the conference, 3-1 overall. And there you see head coach Mark Merlo of the Rochester Falcons. he finds himself in a little bit of trouble in the backfield as his main running back, Ed Hillary, is out with an ankle injury. But he does have plenty of backs to replace him, including the key player that we talked about, Cher Milano, who not only receives but can rush the ball. But he will be seeing Brewster to start in the backfield for the Rochester Falcons.
Coach Merlo made the switch where he turned Adam Molson into the halfback this week.
Adam Molson will be the fullback now. Chris Bell, the head coach here at Lake Orion, in his first year. He's been an assistant coach here for 4 years and has been all over the place, Jack. He's been coaching even on the east side, some of the teams that you'd covered out there.
St. Clement in the Catholic League. And the big thing was the coach was a former all-county quarterback 1985 when Lake Orion won 2 back-to-back titles.
So on this homecoming here at Lake Orion, it's a homecoming of sorts for the coach this season as he is in his first year, a former player coaching the Lake Orion Dragons. And the Dragons will kick off. It'll be Mike Crawford to do the kicking, and we are underway on homecoming night here at Lake Orion. Ball taken inside the 10-yard line by Cher Milano, trying to cut it outside and behind his wall of blockers, and is just shy of the 30-yard line. Nice return. Ball at about the 28, 29-yard line. That's where the Falcons will start. Cher Milano will be calling his name a lot, number 21. Here are the officials tonight: Bob Check, Bill Oldani, Greg Normand, Marty Kennedy, and Evan Lado. And they said take it easy on him tonight. So after one play, we can say we have.
They looked right at us.
I said, hey, look at the color guy. Don't talk about the play-by-play guy. 1st and 10, ball on the 29-yard line for the Falcons. They go to the tailback, and he finds an opening, and look out. First play from scrimmage and a first down and more for the Falcons. And finally brought down there by Dave McKay. And Ricardo Brewster does it. He is filling in for some big shoes of Eddie Hillary, and Brewster comes up big on the first play from scrimmage.
Yep, Brewster broke it open. Just an off tackle, finds a huge hole right inside the left front of the line. He gets behind some good blocks there, and then Brewster cuts it outside. He spotted the hole nice. He got tripped up to slow him up, or he might have had a breakaway run right here, and then chased down and pushed out of bounds by Dave McKay. Good hustle, but a huge pickup for Rochester, and they're over midfield.
Cedric Berry, the up back there, the fullback, leading the way, and a nice block by that offensive line. They go to the air now. Chris Potts quarterbacking, and a nice grab, and it's complete. Cher Milano with a first down grab. And did he do a great job in making sure he got his feet down, even with a defender right behind him, Jack?
Kept his feet in bounds. Nice rollout here. You see Potts going to go to the wheels, roll it out to the strong side on his throwing side. He's getting chased out of the pocket right in here by 55, Wolgamuth. The throw goes up. Great catch. Keeps his feet in bounds. And a beautiful pickup for high school.
Yep, right into your living room. Ball now at the 29-yard line of Lake Orion.
Good job to keep your feet in bounds. He had a defender right on his back.
Falcons on the move, 1st and 10. Potts in the handoff again. This time, not much in the way of yardage that time for the Falcons as Steve Sheffield got in there, number 44, to stop him cold. We talk about the quarterback, Chris Potts. He won the accuracy award down at the University of Florida when he went down there for quarterback camp, and that time he showed his accuracy on that pass to Cher Milano.
Oh, it was right on the money, and Coach Merlo was saying whether it's to the side or over the middle, Chris Potts will put it on the money if he gets the throw off.
Only a junior. 2nd and 10. I formation in the backfield. 2 receivers split up top. They go to the fullback. And Berry gains about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and about 7 coming up. So Cedric Berry picks up about 3. 3rd and 7 coming up now for the Falcons, and the first time they find themselves in this situation.
Big crowd tonight for homecoming, Dave.
Homecoming crowd here at Lake Orion, enjoying themselves on a nice fall evening.
Beautiful evening.
Overcast, hazy, but crisp, and good football weather. Again, same formation, I formation, 2 receivers up top.
Dave McKay yelling out from the defensive front.
Potts drops back, has time, guns down the middle of the field, and almost intercepted. Off the fingertips of John Handley and almost intercepted down there by Lake Orion. And it'll bring up a 4th down. And, well, you're down this far, and you might as well go for it, and it looks like they are.
He's going to go for it. Potts took a 3-step drop, tried to get it up over the top, just let it off a little bit high.
He had his man. He was open, and that time the accuracy, and he had time to throw.
Plenty of cheerleaders for the Dragons. They got like 3 units out here tonight.
No score, 9:45 left here in the first quarter. And a mix-up in the backfield, fumble, and it would have been Lake Orion ball anyway, but they get it a little bit further up the field on that turnover. 1st and 10 for the Dragons, and the defense holds.
Big defensive stand. Nice recovery by Kesey here. 34, dives in. Correction, 54. Adam Olds was on the ball. Let's see who got it. No, it was 34. It was Kesey over the top, but the quarterback runs right into Brewster. The ball comes loose, and either way, it becomes their ball, but a nice defensive stand for Lake Orion.
It is a turnover, and it really doesn't matter anyway. The ball would have been given up to the Dragons anyway, so a turnover like that really didn't show up on the board.
Momentum turned on that drive when 44 Sheffield stuck his head right in there and stopped Brewster.
Look at Lake Orion going to the run on the first play, and they pick up a 1st down right off the bat. It is Steve Sargent on the carry.
That's their man, Sargent. He averages 5 yards per carry. Tooley goes to him right here on the first play from scrimmage on a little cutback. Nice hole inside. He busted out on the outside. Ooh, runs into the official. And then takes on the hitter. Nice tackle in there for Rochester by Brendan Singoranson.
Sargent again, this time not much. So Darren Tooley, the big quarterback, we have yet to see him throw. They have gone to the ground on their first 2 plays on their first drive.
Well, if Lake Orion's going to have big hitters tonight, they got to get Sargent to the line of scrimmage in a hurry, just based on size. Rochester's so big up front, you got to beat him to the punch.
Now they go to the shotgun. And 3 receivers split, and they go to the draw. Sargent again, this time running right in to the tacklers as he goes straight up and down the field. He might have wanted to make a cut outside that time, Jack. He had a lot of room. He could have angled for the 1st down, but he chooses to go straight up.
The defense was reading pass. Right here, if he busted outside instead of trying to take those guys on head on, it might be a 1st down. It's 3rd and long now.
3rd and long, and that's where the running back has to keep his head up and look at the field to see where he can open up some room to run. Tooley to throw for the first time, but no, he takes off and will not pick up the 1st down, and he's just shy of midfield. So the defense for the Falcons holds on, and now it'll be a punting down for Lake Orion.
Right here, Tooley is going to drop back. No one's open. He's looking around as he might tuck it up and run with it. Thinks he sees a hole, but the defensive front pops off as Robert Kosh, 94, comes in, and then he has help from 48, Adam Comstock, and they're going to have to punt. Good defensive pressure, but as a lineman, to pull off there and see when the quarterback's going to pull up with it, that's a good read.
Tooley will do the punting. He's back at his 35-yard line. A low line drive, end over end, and picked up by Shermilano. He'll go around outside the wall as he tried to cut outside, but the defense caught up to him. Good coverage that time by Lake Orion as they nail him inside the 25-yard line.
The Dragons are going to key right here. Shermilano picks it up, but not much room. 2 or 3 strides right here, and he's gang tackled. As 4 or 5 of the Dragons are keying all over Shermilano. They know he's the go-to guy.
There he is, Vito Shermilano.
Plays almost all positions. I think they're going to the air. They're spread out.
Let's see what they do. Chris Potts, the quarterback. I formation in the backfield. 2 receivers split down to the left of the screen. And he goes again to Brewster. Ricardo Brewster on the carry as he is tripped up, but gains pretty good yardage, almost 5 yards, but let's see, we'll call it 2nd and 6, close
Brewster,
to 5-yard gain.
He's going to pop off tackle to the right side right here. He gets wrapped up. Nice tackle by Zach Kesey. Brings him down with an ankle tackle, but he's still got some good yardage.
Ricardo Brewster, the junior, made a big impression on everybody on his first carry, first play from scrimmage.
He's got quick feet.
Potts again to Brewster. Brewster shakes one tackle, has the first down and more. Busted over the 35-yard line. Ricardo Brewster getting a big bulk of the carries here for the Falcons and doing a good job.
Potts takes the snap, fakes to the left side, little counter action. Brewster gets through the hole, keeps those legs driving, but he can't get through Tim Klaus, 22. Good pickup by Brewster for the first down, but nice tackle by Klaus, the safety, to come in and wrap up his legs.
Brewster now 4 carries, 42 yards. Ball at the 36, 1st and 10. They go to the draw, and they read it well. Brewster struggling to get back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and long now for the Falcons.
Here at the end of the draw play, and you see Ventimiglia close in right away. He has help from Dave McKay. They make the stop. And also, big 55, Matt Wolgemuth in there also.
It is 2nd down. Correction, the yard marker was changed inadvertently across the field.
Good read by the Lake Orion defense.
2nd and long now. Potts taking his time calling the signals, will throw deep down the middle of the field and overthrows his intended receiver, John Handley.
He's been high on that pass 2 times now. They went to that in the first drive, and it was a little bit lower. That one really got away from him. As he steps back, I think he thought the receiver was a little, maybe 4 or 5 yards deeper than he was. He put some mustard on it, overthrew him by a good 5 yards. Lucky it wasn't picked. That's why with a young quarterback, you got to look out for throwing straight down the middle, deep, or out on the flats.
So now it's 3rd and long. Receivers are split, and so are the backs, and it looks like another passing down here for the Falcons.
They're double teaming Cherry Milano.
Potts rolls out, looks downfield again, and again intended for John Handley, and broken up by Mike Crawford, number 7. He's been getting a workout down there. Number 7, Crawford, has been all over the place.
I think Potts likes to roll out to his throwing side, the strong side. He wheels out on a little counter, a couple fakes inside. He's looking down right here. Nice pass, it's on the money, but a great defensive play by Crawford to come up from behind and just get in there in time. Otherwise, we had a first down.
Yeah, just in time. The punt is off by Nino Bice. Caught down there. And it'll be at the 20-yard line, caught by Mark Churchill for Lake Orion, and the Dragons will start at their own 20-yard line.
Impressive defensive play, though, by Crawford. When Potts let that ball go, I thought it was at least a first down. It was on the money just a little bit, and just by taking just a little bit off it, they gave Crawford enough to get in there. Stopped a big drive. I'll tell you, the Lake Orion defense gives up first downs here and there, some plays, but they don't give up the big plays so far.
Yeah, had he led his receiver just a little bit, that would have been trouble. We're at the 5-minute mark, approaching the 5-minute mark here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. We have yet to see Thule go to work through the air. They go to the ground again. And tripped up in the backfield is Sargent. And the Falcons do a good job again. Number 55, Matt Ott, in there. Let's take a look.
They wheel off. He's going to come right over here to Sargent. Right off the off tackle, left side. Tries to get out, but he can't do it. As Adam Comstock got his legs, and Matt Ott comes right over the top. Good defensive front.
Yep, Comstock getting in there first.
Comstock is quick.
Only a junior, so it's good to see the juniors contributing.
You're on the line till 10.
Those guys will be back next year to help you out. If you're Mark Merlo, you got to be happy with that. 2nd and long. Thule going to the air. And going deep, and he's got him wide open at midfield. Adam Eldridge out of bounds at about the 32-yard line, and there we saw vintage Darren Thule.
Well, that's the 1-2 combination they were talking about all through warm-ups. It's definitely Thule to Adam Eldridge, the 6'1". I got to think.
And how do you get this wide open?
He is wide open. Where was Cherry Milano? Eldridge got behind Cherry Milano, beats him deep right here. Great throw by Thule, really airs it out, shows his arm strength. Eldridge with the grab, C21. Cherry Milano will chase him down. Big gain for the Dragons.
1st and 10 for Lake Orion. As they're into Falcon territory, they go to the screen pass. And it does not work. They're working Sargent a lot. Sargent getting back to close to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard or two more.
I think the Falcons, Rochester Falcons 48 Comstock is definitely keying all over Sargent. Right here he delays, goes into the screen. He'll pick up the reception right here and watch 48 come in and wrap up his feet. Both feet, nice tackle by Comstock. Down low right here and gets help over the top. Comstock definitely made the stop there from a big gain.
Sargent has not been able to break anything real big here. 2nd down and 9 for the Dragons. Tooley rolling out, has 2 men open downfield, and in and out of the hands of Dave McKay, the tight end.
They're down.
He had 2 receivers out in the flat and were wide open.
And that time, Tooley chooses McKay on a down and out who's a little bit deeper. Right here, he buys time from the defense, takes a little deep drop. He gets them all buying into it, dumps it over the top right here, and McKay just can't hold on. He was open, and you see another receiver off to his right also open.
Yeah, one of the short men was open on the flat there.
But the thing about Tooley is in the huddle right there. Tooley's got a little years under him, experience. He'll talk to the receiver right now, so don't worry about it. Pick it up. No more tonight.
Tooley also, he looks stronger physically than he did last year.
I think he's been hitting the weight room.
Yeah. Tooley downfield, got his man open, and a nice move inside the 20. A nice move by the receiver, John Garcia, to come back to that ball because that allowed him to get away from the defender and catch that.
Yep, he was tightly covered right here. Tooley goes back, sees he's tight. They work this out in advance. Garcia makes a little move, does a curl, right back in, and gets himself open. Nice catch and a good gain.
Yeah,
they're driving now.
He took his defender, Sangerson, deep, and not much there. In fact, a loss as Sargent having trouble.
Well, this time they're going to block Comstock, but they forget right here. Nick Petrillo beats his block and just totally takes down Sheffield, I think for, what, 2-yard loss?
A couple yards there.
Nice tackle.
Close to 3 even.
Nick Petrillo, good stop in there. He's 6 foot, 187, but he's quick.
Receivers split, 1 man in the backfield right next to Tooley in the shotgun. Tooley to the end zone. He had his man, and a flag is down, as we'll have pass interference down there. It looks like the coverage down there, not sure what number it is yet. Here it is, yep.
Tooley going to go deep into the corner. As he throws it deep, the receiver's being chased down, and definitely interference. He's trying to find 40 in there, Tom Ruchello right there, and he gets pushed off by big number 89.
That's Rob Opie, the defender, and it was Rushlow he was trying to hit, and it'll bring up 1st and 10. Can they get a first, or they need to get in the end zone here? They can get a first.
They can get a first.
Tooley scrambles and now cuts up and picks up maybe a couple yards. He could not throw to anybody, so wisely just cuts up field and gets as much as he can. Stops the clock at 2:10 here in the first quarter.
Well, Tooley's been working because he's a lot faster this year, too. Good fake here, nice ball control. He's looking downfield, all the receivers covered right here, and he says, I better tuck it up. And you'll see he makes a mark and still picks up 2 or 3. Last year, I don't know, he might have thrown that ball.
Timeout now. Lake Orion, as you see Tooley trying to call a timeout down on the field. And Tooley, if you remember, we had that big matchup last year with Dane Fife and Tooley. Now, Tooley is looking more like Fife did last year. He's built, he's been working out, and as you said, he's been working out. He looks a lot more solid at quarterback and probably looks a little bit better than Dane Fife did last year in terms of physical conditioning.
He looks bigger. He looks like he's been lifting. He looks faster, and he was a big kid to begin with. He just wasn't all that well developed. But you can tell he's been working, and I think his arm looks stronger.
It looks stronger as that pass play that he completed out there to Eldridge. Big crowd here on homecoming night.
I'll tell you, a quarterback with a hot arm can draw a big crowd. It's exciting to come out and know they're going to air it up.
Especially in high school basketball. Basketball. I'm thinking of Thule in basketball.
I thought I was going to say that.
Right double. No, coach, go left.
Gonna say, let's head down to the coach down there as we do in basketball. And we don't normally get a chance to hear the coach in the huddle in football.
Stay where you're at.
Well, Coach Bell was calling right double. Thule stopped and said, "A great job by our mics." He said, "No, let's go left double." So Thule, they agreed on the double. They just didn't agree which side. 3 of 4, 62 yards, and I think he wants to throw it again right here.
Here he goes, looking to the end zone. Now has to scramble and unload, and he does it in desperation. He's just going to throw that one away.
Rochester had 7 or 8 guys deep covering all the receivers and only sending 3 men up the front on the rush.
So now, 3rd and 8, and they can get a first down just shy a couple inches of the goal line.
I'm going to need to get cleared up on that pass interference rule, really.
I think what happened was he was what they used to call face guarding. He didn't even look to see where the ball was and just got in the way.
Okay. Because he never looked back for the ball.
Yeah, or had made contact with him. Throwing into the end zone, touchdown. Thule. Complete for the touchdown.
To Adam Eldridge.
And it looks like it was Eldridge.
I recognize that face.
The booth here didn't allow me to catch that number. Let's see.
Thule on a little fake. He'll roll out to the right. He looks, and at the last possible second, Eldridge stops, gets open in the corner.
There it is, number 6.
And then wheels it in. Great hands for Adam Eldridge. One of the top receivers now in the county. He's got over 25 catches. That's his 8th touchdown, and he's over the 400-yard mark. I think the 1-2 combination for the Dragons is deadly.
And the extra point is good.
Impressive drive for Lake Orion.
And they lead it 7-0 here on homecoming night. Mark Merlo trying to get his troops fired up, as they did a pretty good job most of that first quarter in containing Thule, and that last drive just tore them apart.
He's got to make a decision. How much do you want to rush the passer and put pressure on him and make yourself vulnerable in coverage downfield? Because Thule looks like he's on tonight. Another way to counter Thule would be to keep the ball on the ground, eat up the clock, and don't give him the chance to go deep. Big crowd. Look at the crowd. They're filling in.
There you see the huge crowd here on homecoming night.
I tell you, whenever I drive up to this field, I always have flashbacks to Mahan, the running back. Oh, what a performance that night.
Yeah, a few years ago, and over 200 plus 40-some yards, 240-some yards. And that was just rushing. Who knows what he had total.
3-4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Well, he was the county's leading gainer and leading touchdown scorer, but he was on the night we were out there.
Crawford to kick. Kicks it deep. Taking it about the 5. Milano. And he's tripped up inside the 25 at about the 21-yard line, and that is where the Falcons will start at their own 21.
They go deep. Here's Milano. And you know that the Dragons are keying on him. And number 10, Luke Denver, is going to come in right there and make a fundamental tackle right at the kneecaps. Good tackle. Luke Denver with the stop.
See all kinds of crazy things here. And
let's go Dragons.
That's a little better than your artwork, I think. Milano heads off the field.
Looked like a Metro Times spec ad, I think.
Chris Potts, the quarterback. To the first man through. Busting through and looking for a first down is the fullback. And let's see. The Falcons don't have a number 39.
We don't show 39 on the roster. They've made some switches in jerseys. Good movement up front. And a good move. And I got to wonder if that's not Molson.
That might be Molson. Here's a scoring drive, 9 plays, 80 yards as they started at their 20, 3 minutes and 9 seconds off the clock, and then the 8-yard pass from Tooley to Eldridge.
A passing quarterback can take you deep in a hurry.
The pitch. Back to Brewster. Angling for the first down, and he picks it up. Ricardo Brewster with a nice job in picking up the first down.
Good vision downfield by Brewster. You could see as he was coming around the corner, just wanted to pick his spot, not make a big gain out of it. Just get the first down, and let's get 3 or 4 more plays at it.
Brewster, the junior.
Impressive running for a junior. A lot of times underclassmen will try to make every run a big one.
Clock stopped at 1:05 left here in the first quarter. 2 receivers split down to the bottom of the screen. I formation behind Potts. Potts, broken play as he didn't get the handoff off, and he picks up about 4 yards on it anyway.
Potts and a keeper, flag on the play.
And we have a flag on the play as we hear.
There was a clip late in the play. It was a broken play. The lineman looked, saw Potts running, and he dove onto the back of a Dragon. What they called holding. But Luke Denver made the stop, number 10 going out of bounds. The referee to talk to McKay, the captain. See Potts right here in a broken play. It's the second one now. He went to the wrong side. He's kind of left all alone. He wheels around the corner, and right here, you see the flag come in. It was hard to see. It was just on the bottom left. Nice tackle by Luke Denver. Good hustle. Number 10, Denver, playing well right now for the Dragons.
And that's the first penalty of the game, the first one we've seen. Correction. Second penalty of the game. First one of any damaging consequences as it buries the Falcons deep. But
good
look
block.
at this. Brewster gets a chance to get all that yardage back, and he fumbles the ball. Ball is loose, and the Dragons come up with it.
And Luke Denver comes up with that loose ball.
So they get the big penalty, and then right after the penalty, the fumble.
Big block up front by the lineman out right there, blows his man out. Brewster's got a hole, breaks it off to the side, but he's carrying it loose, one-handed, and he's running kind of wide open. Right here, the ball comes flying out, and then Denver's just going to scramble over and dive on it. Good play. Rather than trying to pick it up, he dives on it. It's Dragons ball. Let Tooley go to work. He'll score the points.
Yep, Zach Kesey, the one who knocked it out of there.
It's a big game for Brewster. He's got to tuck it up in the open field.
Crunching going on down there as Sargent carries the ball, and he's tackled by Matt Ott.
Boy, that Matt Ott's a tough hitter. 6'2", 205 senior. College scouts looking at Ott like you wouldn't believe. He's a great hitter, and you'll see it right here. He puts the helmet on the running back on that play. Look for him all night.
Gain of about a yard for Sargent. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Coach Merlo said he's our hitter, Matt Ott, along with Chiramilano, of course. Tooley's got to go deep.
And it looks like he is. He's got one man in the backfield, 3 receivers split, and he rolls out as we end the first quarter and complete to Eldridge as he is shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short yardage coming up as we end the first quarter of play here at Lake Orion. The Dragons lead it 7-0 over the Rochester Falcons. We'll be back right after these messages. Stay with us.
On the Master Anglers, we bring you the hottest fishing action around the state of Michigan. From tips and techniques to advice and stories from the pros, the Master Anglers gives you the info you need to catch the big ones. Plus, it's just plain fun. That's the Master Anglers, Thursday nights at 8 on TCI Channel 63.
The TCI Game of the Week, we're at Lake Orion as we see head coach of the Falcons, Mark Merlo, looking on. His team trailing 7-0, and now the Lake Orion Dragons on the verge of getting some more points on the board behind Darren Tooley and his favorite receiver, Adam Eldridge.
Coach Merlo's thinking right now, I've got to put pressure on Thule. I've got to get somebody in there and in his face. Don't give him time to throw. Well, on that last one, Eldridge went down, was looking to go long, couldn't beat his man. He turned around, leaves his defender there, comes back to the ball, 9-yard gain, beautiful play. You don't see that often in high school. These two, Eldridge and Thule, are definitely a 1-2 punch.
Third down now for the Lake Orion Dragons. They have about 3 yards to go.
He only got 7. He tried to get a first down out of it, Eldridge.
Thule back to throw. Has his man, but they were tangled up, and they're going to see a flag on this, definitely. You could see that Crawford was trying to make a break outside, and he was held by number 45, and that is Sangerson. Here's the pass interference call, and that is the third penalty of the night. The first one was the pass interference down in the end zone, as I stood corrected by Andy Glansman.
Thule back. He's looking right here, and watch Sengorzen come in and push the receiver way early.
Ball is in the air.
And Mike Crawford unable to make the catch, but first down anyway.
Big break for the Dragons.
Nice call by the official.
As they get the ball now at about the 13-yard line.
Falcons have got to make a stop. Homecoming, Thule's getting heated up. His home field, look out.
1st and 10 on the 13 of the Falcons. They fake the run. Thule has a lot of room to run. And look at this. He's got his man for a first down. It is Eldridge. Eldridge had to shake the defender loose, and that was Shermilano. And they were both pushing off each other, and Shermilano looked for a call there on the offense.
Thule fakes, rolls out the opposite way, goes away from his throwing hand, and he's open one-on-one right here with Eldridge, who comes back to the ball but slips just inside the goal line, really.
You could see how far Shermilano was, and he was knocked down by Eldridge, and that's what he was looking for. He was looking for some flag there, but if they're hitting each other all the way down the field, you're not going to get that. They go to the run, and Sargent gets in for the touchdown.
All the passing creates wide open gaps when you finally do go to the run, and Sargent just bangs it right up the middle. That's 6. Great offensive drive for the Lake Orion Dragons. You see Sargent right here just pound it in off the right side. Good blocking up front, and that's 6. Steve Sargent, 5'8", 175, averaging 5 yards a carry. I believe that's his 8th touchdown of the season. Nice run by Sargent.
Extra point attempt now by Crawford. High snap, got it down, it is up and good, and they lead it 14-0.
Thule looks tough tonight.
Yep, they came up with the big turnover at the 30-yard line and took it all the way in with no problem at all.
Right here they slide it off, right side, off tackle. And Sargent just gets behind 3 linemen that were pulling from the left side, and the hole was definitely there.
A lot of room for him to get in for the touchdown.
Rochester's got the size advantage, but you get tired trying to defend the pass up front because your big up front linemen are chasing the Thule around in the backfield. Pretty soon they're out of gas, and when you need them on the run, there's nothing home.
Falcons now have to regroup. They're down 14-0 here early in the second quarter.
They're going to try to create something right here, special teams. I think they're going to try to do some type of wall or a little bit of reverse and bring it back around to Shermilano. Try to get him 3 or 4 blocks and see if they can't get him in the open field. He really hasn't had much room to run.
Now they've been trying to set up that wall, but he just hasn't been able to get to that wall.
He's usually got 5 people holding on to him.
And the reason is this guy right here, Crawford, has had some nice high kickoffs, and they have been all at around the 5-yard line, so that's pretty deep. Here's a low line drive kick, and this one might be able to set up a little better here. But they don't set up the wall. They try to go up the middle on the wedge, and it gets them a little bit more yardage. Ball at about the 27, 28-yard line, and that's where Falcons start the first drive of the second quarter.
Milano takes it right here. He's waiting for the wall to set up. 3 of the guys go left, 3 of them go right, and he's kind of left in the middle. And right here, he's looking for some room. There's not much there. Good coverage by the Dragons.
Ball at the 27.
You got to stay together on the wall, though. 6 or 7 guys. They've almost got to hold hands.
High formation in the backfield. Watch for Brewster, the tailback. Brewster got at the line of scrimmage, maybe wrestled his way for a yard or 2, depending on the mark. And he gets a good mark. So a good surge there. He picked up about 3 yards on it. So 2nd and 7 coming up. Here's the drive, 5 plays, 31 yards. 1:20 off the clock, and the 1-yard run by Sargent capping it off, making it 14-0 Lake Orion.
It was Tooley to Eldridge all the way down the field, and then they used Sargent to pound it in. Nice tackle on the last play by 44, Steve Sheffield. He's been pretty active in the linebacker spot.
Of course, the turnover really hurt the Falcons on that one. Look at this. It is Reese. Out of bounds finally at about the 32-yard line.
Cedric Berry with a saving.
Excuse me, Cedric Berry on the carry. That is Cedric Berry,
right here,
42.
Little pause, give it to Berry. He breaks 2 or 3 tackles here, finds an opening, and then just keeps those legs going. And Berry's got some good speed and knows what to do with it, pops to the outside, but he gets caught right here by Mike Crawford. Good play, touchdown saving tackle. Big game for Cedric Berry, a little momentum for the Falcons.
Cedric Berry, another junior. A young backfield for the Falcons, and we've seen Brewster and Berry. And they have come up big on some carries here. Let's take a look here as they gain another good chunk of yardage here, and it's Berry again. Boy, after a big run like that, usually try to give him a breather, but they go right back to Cedric Berry.
Berry comes over and tries to get behind big number 76, Matt Toma. He picked up 3 or 4, but he was outnumbered. The final stop being made again by Steve Sheffield. But I tell you, that Matt Toma is a big offensive lineman, 6'3", 265, number 76, and he's laying some wood out there.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. The throw downfield complete, and he'll be just shy of the first down, or will he get it? Let's see what the call is. So they go to the air, Jack, and with some success there.
Yeah, definitely. The route was wide open. Milano does a little down and out, finds a big opening, and Potts gets to him. Right here, Potts, a quick 4, 5-step drop, right over the top. Milano's there, and now it's, yardage after the catch. That time there was nothing there. Good defense by Mark Churchill, 21, to run him out. But Milano wants to get, a 7, 8-yard catch and maybe take off with it. He's a threat.
The other 21 caught him that time, but not until he picked up the first down. 1st and 10, ball at about the 20-yard line.
Good throw by Potts on that last one.
Falcons on the move. Not much there, and a flag. 2 flags thrown, and I think they saw the same thing down there as Cedric Berry carried that.
Well, the blitz was on. Watch number 34, Zach Kesey. He's going to blitz.
And a face mask on this. Let's watch Berry and see if...
Kesey's right here on the blitz. He slows up the play, and that made the difference. And then Sheffield brought him down, trying to find the penalty. Was it a face mask?
Face mask is what the call was.
It's a big gain for Rochester. That's a heck of a call. Lake Orion's home field. They call face mask. I'll tell you. They're smelling 6.
Hold on, guys.
They've got 1st and 10, ball at the 10. Looks like they've got to get in the end zone. So 1st and goal from the 10 is what we'll call it. And they go to Cedric Berry. Berry still on his feet. And he falls forward for some more yards. So they go from Brewster, a fast running back, to Cedric Berry, a power running back, but he showed us some speed when he got a big gain on this drive and now muscles his way for a couple of yards there.
Barry's got some leg strength. He couldn't get by his own lineman, 38 Chris Bettridge of Lake Orion. Once again with Sheffield making the stop.
A view from the Lake Orion sideline, and the Falcons looking to make this a contest here. The pitch to Barry. Barry in open field, trying to cut inside the 5-yard line.
55, Wolgamuth stepped in there and kind of slowed him up on the hip. If he doesn't get him there, look out. I think Barry might have 6. The pitch, Barry kind of picks his hole right here. 55, Wolgamuth right there, gets his ankle, slows him up, and then finally the stop. Nice tackle by Luke Denver, 10, and he had some help.
Ball just shy of the 5-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there.
Luke Denver's been everywhere, came up with that fumble on the last drive.
I formation, Cher Milano in motion. They go to Barry. Too much traffic as he is bent backwards at about the 3. It'll be 4th and goal. And even if they give him that much, timeout called by the Falcons.
They've got to try to get Barry around one of the corners. There's not much room in the middle there, as the Dragons are just filling all the middle holes, leaving themselves vulnerable on the corner. And Barry's just running into bunches of green jerseys. Look at those legs. He's a strong kid.
So the timeout call by the Falcons. They've got about 4 yards to go. Only a yard on that. So it's 4th and goal from about the 4. Falcons are ready. They're already out there. Lake Orion talked it over. Mark Merlo needs some points right here on this 4th down play.
They want to break the ice.
Here they go. They need some points, so they're going to go for the field goal. It is up.
No good.
And it is no good. He missed it off to the left. So Nino Bice tried to get 3 points up there for the Falcons on this drive and just couldn't do it. Well, the Falcons moved the ball very well, Jack. But the defense of the Dragons just held tough here in the red zone.
Big drive, but then the Dragons got together and decided to team up, fill the middle holes, and stop Cedric Barry. I'll tell you, Mark Merlo needed 3 there. He wanted to break the ice and kind of kill the momentum.
Now they went to the big fullback a little too many times there, I thought. They wanted to run Cedric Barry. They saw the big run that he got for him and thought he could do it again, but he just couldn't get in the end zone. This time, the Dragons come back, and Thule hits his man out in the flat. And that was Rushlow for a good gain of about 8 yards.
Little screen action right here. Rushlow on the swing, gets out on the outside. Nice contact right here. Good tackling going on, good hitting by both teams. And 45, Sanguzin came in and made the final stop. But a big pickup.
Darren Thule looks over the offense and the defense. 2nd and 2. And then they have the first down. They do. Sargent picks up the first down for the Dragons.
Big first down. Right here, Thule hands off. Sargent's got room, gets behind some nice blocks up front, just enough for the first down. And 74, Matt Paulson, the big offensive tackle, made a good block. Sargent found him and slid up underneath him for the first down.
That offensive line of Lake Orion is doing the job so far. The pitch goes back. And now look at this, a first down carry. That is Derek Lindemood. Lindemood, the first time he's carried the ball, first time anybody has carried the ball but Sargent for the Dragons, and he comes up big here.
Counter pitch to Lindemood. Nice blocks up front. He tries to find that left corner. He finally does. He turns the corner. He's got plenty of room, and he picks up a nice gain. Good blocking up front. from 62, Brian Webster, the whole left side of the line. Are they moving it back on a hold? They are.
Big penalty, brings it back. As you see, Tooley goes to the sideline to get the call.
I saw one of the Dragons grabbing a jersey as he turned the corner, but I thought he let it go, but they called it. I didn't think it was enough, to stop a tackle.
If that was the call, I was watching the replay with you and didn't hear the call. Looks like it's 1st and 16 now. Tooley going to the air, has to on this 1st and 16. Going to his favorite receiver, Eldridge, and they wanted a flag on it as Milano kind of got his ankle a little bit. But that was just incidental contact.
Yeah, I don't think it was enough. I think the ball might have been just a tad overthrown. There was some contact prior to that, though.
Oh, yeah, these guys have been hitting each other.
Eldridge and Milano right now are banging going downfield. Tooley airs it out. Didn't have enough time. Some pressure on him. A little bit deep, and Eldridge can't quite get to it. The crowd wanted, well, it was right here in front of the homecoming crowd. They wanted that flag.
Yeah. 2nd and 16 now.
Eldridge is tough on the basketball court, too. He can get up. He's got springs.
Tooley in the shotgun, buying some time. Has his man complete. 1st down. Will he get a block?
He
may go all the way, and he does. Touchdown, Dragons.
That's exciting homecoming football there.
Mike Crawford, who has been working hard defensively and has got a tired leg from kicking off all those kickoffs, goes a long way for that touchdown. 76 yards unofficially, 75 is what we'll call it. Crawford on the touchdown reception.
Tooley buying some time here. Crawford's on the left. He's sneaking over on a down and out. Tooley sees him getting open, separating. Nice catch. And watch right here as Eldridge comes back, gives him the block that springs him right up in here, and he's going for 6. All the way. He's got wheels in the open field, too.
Eldridge just did enough to stop that man from getting an angle.
And it was Milano. He went up and put his helmet in Milano, and just enough.
The extra point with plenty of leg by Crawford is good, and Crawford getting all 7 points there. Makes it 21-0. Lake Orion here on homecoming night, and the Falcons are now in a big hole.
Well, Crawford kind of went down, lulled his man, making the defender think he was going down and out. He turned it to the inside, had about a 3-yard room there, 3-yard gap. Tooley right over the middle into his chest, and he's gone. Big touchdown.
Touchdown.
And I really think Coach Merlot's thinking, how are we going to deal with Darren Tooley and this cast of receivers here?
Tooley is 8 of 11 for 171 yards passing, and we're only in the 2nd quarter.
And the Falcons had some pressure on him, not on that play, but on the 2 or 3 passes before that. That time, Tooley did have too much time, and somebody's bound to get open. And where they got open was Crawford getting open on the other side of the field away from Eldridge. They were double teaming Eldridge.
5 minutes and 31 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter, in a familiar scene near the middle of the field, and that is Mike Crawford doing the kicking. Crawford, all he wanted to do was pick up a 1st down, and then that just opened up for him as he continued across the field.
Took it all the way across. That was beautiful.
Crawford's kick, deep. Milano going up, dropped it. And now breaks it outside across the 25 to about the 26-yard line, maybe the 27. And the Falcons will start there in their own territory with 5:23 left here in the 2nd.
Boy, nice fundamental open field tackle right here by 44 Steve Sheffield. Little bobble on the action here by Milano. He finds a hole off to the right side, and he was thinking bigger than this, I'll tell you. Right here when he gets by this first host, right in here, he thought he was going to get by 44, but he couldn't quite do it. Steve Sheffield went down his body and took his legs out.
5 plays, 80 yards, 142 off the clock, and a big 75-yard reception by Crawford. And his extra point make it 21-0. Potts completes it out there for the 1st down. And that is out there to number 15. And we apologize for not getting the numbers, but we tried to get them ahead of time from
Potts goes right over the middle. We don't have 15's name, but he makes a nice catch, and he holds on to it in the open field. He tucked it with 2 hands. Nice play. Nice first down.
A few secret weapons over there for the Falcons.
They've had some injuries, and they're shuffling jerseys.
High formation, 2 receivers split up top, and they've got Brewster in the backfield again. They go to Brewster. Brewster wide open as he goes off tackle, picks up the first down, and breaks it outside across midfield and into Lake Orion territory. So again, the Falcons come up with another drive with a big run, a couple of big runs, and now
watch Brewster right here as he wraps the corner. A little fake inside, bust to the outside, and he beats a man right there. A little shuck and jive, and he's by the defender. Good move when he gets into the open field. Brewster with a big first down. The Falcons are driving. How much time do they have?
They just have to watch out when they get into that red zone. Got to get it in there. They had a nice drive last time that stalled at the 8-yard line. Potts, again Brewster, this time tripped up, and a nice play inside by number 44, Steve Sheffield, who we've been calling all night.
Sheffield's playing some ball right there. Brewster reaches out later, almost fumbles the ball. You'll see him reach for the extra yard, trying to get 1 more yard out of it, and the ball came loose. Nice tackle here by Sheffield. He reaches out and almost put it in the defender's stomach.
Yeah, he did fumble.
Referee was looking, said his knee had already hit, and he called him down.
Yeah. He did lose that ball, but was down on 1 knee before it came out. So he's going to watch that. He fumbled already, and that led to a big touchdown, the second score for the Dragons. Dragons showing blitz here. And was there an intended receiver? Well, heading out there was Handley. So Potts got rid of it and gets away with that one. And now it'll bring up another long situation here for the Falcons with 3:56 left here in the second quarter. Clock is stopped. And they've got to watch it because if the Dragons get it with that much time left, they could go in for another score before the half.
All Thule needs is about 20 seconds, but on that one, Potts just did not have time to throw, and that's what happens. You put pressure on the quarterback, it's tough to find anyone open.
3 receivers up top. He's got Brewster in the backfield. Potts, he's getting blitzed, pressured right away. Complete, but short to Milano. And it'll be 4th down and probably around 4 yards to go. 3 or 4 yards.
I think they're going to rule it incomplete.
Call it incomplete. Okay.
The referee on the sideline said no. He thought he trapped it. Right here, Milano.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. The receiver number 2 was right in our way, as you see on that angle, but he was in our way when he did try to make the catch. So that was incomplete and 4th and long, and a timeout called by the Falcons as they want to think things over with 3:49 left on the clock.
Do you punt, give it back to him, or do you try for it?
Well, I say you got to bury him here. You can't take a gamble here with that much time on the clock. You might as well try to make him go the length of the field and hope that it stalls. Next week, don't forget to tune in. The West Bloomfield Lakers take on the Troy Athens Redhawks. And this is the first time we'll see a school really outside of our area, like West Bloomfield, in a long time. We haven't seen that. They'll be taking on the Redhawks. Redhawks defeated the Falcons last week in an overtime game, 20-17. So that should be a good matchup. Saturday and Monday at 8 p.m. right here on TCI.
A lot of returning upperclassmen on that Athens team. But they had two of their halfbacks got a little busted up in OT last week.
You see another Thule there as we came back. That was Aaron Thule's brother. One of the coaches on the coaching staff.
They're going to go for it.
Potts to throw. Down the sideline and overthrew Milano, if that's who he was going for. So they did go for it, and it didn't pay off. The clock stopped at 3:43. Plenty of time now for the Dragons to take the ball downfield and really in good field position as they'll pick it up at about the 37-yard line.
Potts rolled out, felt pressure on his back, tried to get rid of it a little too early. Milano wasn't quite there yet, and the ball gets turned over on downs, and Tooley's in prime field position to strike again.
I don't know. I really would have tried to bury it. Even though you're down, you still have another half to go, and maybe you can regroup and do some adjustments at halftime, but
try
I really
to
would have tried to make them go the distance.
Clock.
Yeah. And now, Sargent on the run. This is one of the bigger runs he's had. And not a bad carry on a first down as he gets about 6 yards, 6 or 7 yards. 7 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming up now with 3:26 and counting.
Little counter off to the left side. Sargent comes in, gets behind some good blocks, makes a fake inside, goes back to the outside. And right here, Ricardo Brewster comes all the way across the field to make the stop. Good pickup.
Tooley going deep. And going down is Garcia, the intended receiver down there, as he just overthrew him. But he almost had another 6 there.
Yeah, Garcia saw the ball was a little too far. He got frustrated and kind of lost his step there. Tooley goes, airs it out about 5 yards too far. Garcia slips right here, trying to make the adjustment.
And a penalty on that play, holding on the Dragons, and this will knock them back.
I tell you, college scouts have got to be all over Darren Tooley. He's the complete package. He moves around in the pockets, got good vision of the field, and a great arm.
Holding, and this is accepted by the Falcons, so it'll knock them back. And it'll still be 2nd down. So you still give them the same downs, but you knock them back. That's 17 yards. It'll be 2nd about 17.
2nd and 17.
Fans getting a little restless here.
Maybe they want to see the parade.
They're primed
They're
up
enough.
for that
They've had enough
homecoming
scoring.
parade.
Well, maybe they say maybe we can see one more touchdown.
And the huge band. Dragons in a huge band.
Tooley rolls out to the short side as receivers coming across. And it was intended down there for Garcia, but he just wanted to overthrow him because there were 3 defenders on Garcia.
He did not want to put it into that triple coverage.
Strange play, though, as he rolled out to the short side and only had 1 receiver to throw to. The other 2 receivers were on the other side of the field.
All the way across the field where you really have to air it out.
Yeah, and you don't give your quarterback really an option to run because you're on the short side of the field. There's nowhere to go. So he had to overthrow his receiver.
Gets pinned in by the sideline. He rolls the other way. He's got 2 receivers, 1 short, 1 long.
Yeah, or he could run because he's got more room to that wide side, but they like to go short side, which is a strong side, as they call it. Clock stopped at 3:01. Tooley to throw again on 3rd and 17.
Good rush.
Trying to scramble, get away, and he's sacked. A great play defensively back there by the Falcons to sack Darren Tooley, and the first time he's gotten sacked, so the first time really that the offensive line has really let down Tooley.
Tooley comes back, a lot of pressure from 17, Nick Petrillo. I don't have 54 on my roster, but he made a heck of a sack there.
We got to get an updated roster here by the Falcons because that's more. This is the first time we've had more than maybe 1 or 2 players not on the roster. We've got a handful.
Wonder what roster the MHSAA has. Okay, all right.
Back to receive. For the Falcons, just shy of midfield is Milano, and now he'll cross back into his end of the field, and it's a loose ball.
He won't get to it.
Dragons get it back. First down, ball at the 44.
Milano got a little distracted by the oncoming defender right here. He's going to play the hop. It kind of short hops him, bobbles it, and right here he ends up being tackled. He can't get to his own fumble, and it's Dragons ball. Nice recovery.
Jay Hill.
By Jay Hill.
Jay Hill, number 11, falling on that. The ball just shy of the 45-yard line. And the Dragons still in business now.
But they've been gang tackling on the downfield coverage all night long.
Homecoming night here, and the activity getting just as busy on the sidelines as it is down on the field, as it is usually for every homecoming. Look at this.
Wow.
Complete for the first down. And that is Mike Crawford, who caught the last touchdown. Crawford found some room in there with a defender draped all over him.
Thule threads a needle, and Crawford had a defender all over his back and still comes up with it. They're driving again. Thule's going to go opposite way where we said last time. He's got 3 receivers. Crawford just gets open on the money right there with the defender on his back.
Thule has 3 receivers split going to the end zone. Eldridge, and it's intercepted. Intercepted. Number 24, Brent Waddles. Brent Waddles with the interception for the Falcons, so they come right back and get the turnover themselves.
Right here, Thule goes deep, but he throws it into double, maybe triple coverage. Brent Waddles stops short, makes the interception, nice interception, and then is brought down by the intended receiver, Eldridge, who was double covered there.
Ball comes back out to the 20-yard line as Brett Waddles caught it in the end zone, the senior, with a big interception that saves possibly 6 points, if not on that play, on any ensuing plays that the Dragons were going to run. Now the Falcons deep in their own territory. And a nice run for about 5 yards, that time for Cedric Berry. Coming up 1:30 now, left on the clock here in the first half, and it has been all Dragons so far. The Falcons have had some nice drives, but have just come up short.
Berry goes up the middle again, and Zach Kesey, 34, brings him down, but not before he picks up at least 5 yards. They've had some big gains. They just haven't been able to punch it in or break the ice.
Falcons had it at the 8-yard line, couldn't get in. That would have been a possible 7. And then the one they went for the extra point, they could have got a field goal. Rather, they could have got 3. So it could be 21-10 now in a different game. Instead, 21-0. Potts to throw, complete to Milano, who's going to get maybe about a yard with his forward motion, if that.
Milano definitely receiving double coverage. He goes down again, does it down and out. He has defenders everywhere. Potts on a little bit of a broken play, a little mix-up there. But he gets out to the right side, dumps it over the top of the line. Milano comes up with a catch, but he's got too many defenders in front of him.
Well, the forward motion was on the 26-yard line, but they bring it all the way back.
They rule it a loss?
To the 24. He caught it and was pushed back at the 26. So I guess no forward motion there. He went out of bounds, it looks like. And take a look here. It looks like we have the first down.
Nice counter, nice big carry there.
First down for the Falcons. They go to the fullback. First man through. And we've got to get some of these numbers for you. Hopefully we'll get them for you at halftime as the first half ends here at Lake Orion High School. Halftime on homecoming night, and what a festive occasion it's going to be with the Dragons leading 21-0 over the Falcons. At halftime, we'll be back with second half action and some statistics for you and see how lopsided it might be right after these messages.
I'm the king.
Of rock and roll?
No, coupons. I'm Mike Gauthier. Some people call me the king of coupons because nobody brings you bigger savings than my market share coupon book. Having trouble saving money? Then do what the Tripp family does. Carry the book, Mike's Market Share Coupon Book. You'll save thousands on things you use every day, like eyeglasses, oil changes, and cleaning from companies you trust. But you can't save unless you carry the book. Remember, you'll save a king's ransom using my Market Share Coupon Book.
Rumor has it, Comet Burgers is definitely the place to be seen in downtown Royal Oak. After the party, out for dinner, just looking for cold soft drinks, great burgers and fries, milkshakes or pizzas. Comet Burgers is the place to run into just about anybody.
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Even old what's-his-name. Comet Burgers, they're out of this world.
When you call Modernistic, we'll show up with this. $35,000 worth of carpet and upholstery cleaning technology.
Call the competition. They'll probably show up with this.
Our truck-mounted equipment can professionally clean your carpets with 10 times the power of portable cleaners, removing dirt, harmful bacteria, pollens, and more.
The competition can't.
Of course, there is one thing the competition does that we can't.
They make a lot more noise.
Modernistic, count on us.
The tire store guy says, great deal on them tires. You want valve stems? No thanks. Your tires won't work without valve stems. They're extra. Then he told me all the other extras I needed. So guess what happened to my great deal on them tires?
Only Bell Tire gives you out-the-door pricing. You get the guaranteed lowest price, and at Bell Tire, it's the total, complete, everything's included price with absolutely no extras ever.
Bell Tire.
Nobody comes close, nobody's closer.
Welcome back as we are just underway here in the second half. And the Lake Orion Dragons will get the ball at about the 28-yard line. Take a look at some of the scoring in that first half. Tooley throwing into the end zone, his favorite receiver, Adam Eldridge. And then we see Sargent getting in on a 1-yard run for the second touchdown. And here, this one makes it 21-0 as Tooley hits Crawford on a big 75-yard run. Tooley 9 of 15 for 183 yards. First play from scrimmage here in the second half. And not much there for the Dragons as we see statistics here at halftime. Passing, 34 Rochester, 183. You see all those for Tooley. Rushing, 161 to 33. So flip-flop those. Pretty even total yardage-wise. First downs, 11 to 8. Turnovers, 3 to 1, and that really hurt Rochester. Time of possession in favor of Rochester because they had those long drives that went for nothing.
Lots of yards, no points, and the big one was Tooley through the air for major damage. 14 of the 21.
This time they go to the run again. Sargent close to a first down. And we'll see where they mark this one. Looks like he might be just short. It'll be third down and short yardage. Here's the King and Queen here at Lake Orion. Homecoming 1998. And a great shot there. Jack, I think that's a pretty nice crown he's wearing, don't you?
Good-looking couple, nice
that's
crown.
No margarine. That's no margarine crown.
Big crowd and lots of family down there taking shots of all the court and the King and Queen.
And a big night for Lake Orion as they try to pick up the first down on 3rd and 1, and the Falcons stop them. So let's see if the Falcons now have made some adjustments at halftime and can come up with a big defensive stand here because they have held them right now, and it's 4th and 1 coming up.
Well, they need it now for field position and momentum.
And momentum is big. Tooley looking to the sideline to see what we'll do here. They're calling for the punt team, and they may run out of time. This may cost them a penalty here.
Coaching staff questioning the spot of the ball. They thought it was a lot closer than that.
4th and 1 and punting now. Tooley to punt. High snap. Plenty of time, though. Just gets it off, actually. It was just starting to close in on him. Milano lets it go. Remember the last one? He fumbled. And the Dragons had a chance to come back. So this is inside the 20. Not a bad punt for the Dragons as it gets the Falcons at about the 17-yard line.
Nice kick by Tooley.
So the Falcons start at the 17-yard line with Brewster, the leading ball carrier, with 10 carries, 87 yards in that first half. So a pretty good first half rushing for Brewster. And he's in the backfield. 2 backs for Potts. Potts rolls out to his right and off the hands of Brewster. And that was a catchable ball there, Jack.
Yeah, Potts might have put it a little too hot into Brewster's hands. He was pretty close, and you'll see Potts zip the ball. He does have a good arm, and I think he misjudged how close Brewster was to him. No, take that back. It was right there. Should have been caught.
So second down now. The marker on the sideline has not been changed. It is second down. And 10. 2 receivers up top. I formation in the backfield for Chris Potts, the quarterback. And he hands off and breaking it outside, an inadvertent face mask, so that'll be a penalty there.
That's what they want Brewster to do, get to the corner, get on the outside of that defense and try to make something happen. He had 2 or 3 big runs in the first half. They just got to get on the board.
There you see the face mask call. And you'll see it here. It's just a little bit, and he lets go right away when he knows he has it right there.
That's 89. Dave McKay reaches out, gets the mask, just enough, though, for the ref to call it, and then Brewster's run out of bounds by a host of Falcon defenders.
So it picks up the first down for the Falcons and gets them out of their end of the field, deep end of the field, and gets them across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now they're moving it back. Let's see.
Oh, they might have gave him too much. Not bad field position, but Rochester's got to get on the board in a hurry.
Well, they'll go back to the 30, so it's just over the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 there.
Yes.
I formation. Cedric Berry is the fullback. And Ricardo Brewster is the tailback behind Chris Potts. Potts drops straight back, looks downfield, off the fingertips and intercepted by Crawford. Crawford down the sideline. Crawford gets a block. Crawford is in for a touchdown.
Great play by Mike Crawford. I'll tell you, when you got a underclassman quarterback back in a definitely just totally passing situation, the defense is laying for him. The ball gets deflected. Potts fires it out of there. It gets tipped right here into the air, and Crawford's there. And then he has blockers in front of him. They throw a couple nice blocks. Crawford scoots down the field, and that's an easy 6. Good move right here. And I'll tell you, Crawford, he's a receiver by trade. He looks good with that ball right there.
Did a nice job of setting up his blocks down the sideline. And this is turning into a major rout here. Timeout now, as they were waiting for a lineman to get out there. The Dragons were. They called timeout. And they'll talk it over now and try to regroup themselves. But the Falcons are in deep trouble. It is 27-0 right now after that interception touchdown.
They calling a play for the 2-point conversion.
And if you enjoy these games, and if you want to doubt the commissioner or talk about the commissioner, or talk to the commissioner, or find out what the commissioner's up to, go to members.aol.com/TCI Sports. And are you going to be on tonight after the game to talk to?
I'm writing it down. I'm going, baby.
Talk to Jack Roberts tonight.
AOL.com, TCI Sports. Gotta have it. The World Wide Web.
Check out some information on our next game.
Because you know those general market stations aren't going to fill you in on high school. I'll have
That's
the
right.
JR scoreboard show going. Can't wait for that paper.
The extra point, this is the first one he's missed. A low line drive. He has booted all the extra points very hard and very high, and that one he just couldn't get through. So he misses that one. It stays at 27-0 in favor of the Dragons.
Yeah, but I'll definitely want to tap on. I want to know about the OAA. It's probably the hottest conference in the state. I want to know about Troy, Lake Orion, all of them.
We should have
Clarkston.
We should have you contribute to that online website.
Potts back to pass. Got a nice pass off. He threw it into tight coverage. It gets tipped right here. Mike Crawford with the reception. Right here, he's waiting for blockers, and he's going to choose his spot. And he knows he's a receiver. He's going to find the sideline right here and get to pay dirt. Get for 6 right now. Nice interception and nice return by Mike Crawford. He's played a whale of a game, as all of Lake Orion has tonight. Crawford, only a junior, 6'2", 170, and he looks pretty good, both defensively and offensively, both sides.
And getting a tired leg from kicking off so much. Milano back to receive. Familiar sight.
So Crawford does the kicking and Tooley does the punting.
And 2 very able guys, and it's nice to know that you have guys who can handle the ball that well back there. Milano down the middle of the field. Now will try to cut right, and just as he does, he is hit hard, and he's down by Travis Simmons.
Simmons, a junior, gets his homecoming tackle. He's fired up.
And the Dragons generally, the whole team really fired up. A good atmosphere down there.
He's going to strut into that junior homeroom down the hall Monday, you know?
Yeah, crazy atmosphere down there.
It was. The crowd is just fired up.
It's a great night. Not as cold as I thought it would be.
Beautiful.
Very comfortable out there, and a great night for football.
Cider time.
Cider time here at the end of September, beginning of October here. 1st and 10. Ball at the 26. Hand off to the first man through. And not much there for the Falcons as they continue to try to run the ball against Lake Orion. It's Kowalski. Number 39 is Brian Kowalski on the carry.
5'10" junior. Not much there for Kowalski. You know, it's a dilemma for Rochester. You start putting it in the air on every play. It's a junior quarterback, and it seems like the Dragons are willing to give up the front line and only rush 3 and put everybody back looking for interceptions.
There's Potts, quick slant in, and he's got his man short of the first down, but it's complete to John Crawford.
Nice throw and catch. Potts down and out, down and in right here. Crawford right over the middle. Tackle again. He's been everywhere. Luke Denver, number 10. Denver having a night. He's only a junior, 5'8", 160. Impressive defensive back, Luke Denver.
3rd and short yardage now for the Falcons. This is where they need to come up big. They have not been coming through on this 3rd down conversion. Lake Orion bunched up the middle, and looks like they're going to stop him. Barry fumbles the ball, and Lake Orion picks it up. The Dragons pick it up at around the 40-yard line of the Falcons. Well, Jack, they sent everybody up on the line, and they just broke through. Good pursuit, and I think the pursuit caught up to him. Chris Bettridge there.
With the fumble recovery right here, you're going to see Barry coming around the right corner.
And watch the pursuit.
Takes some shots early, gets through some defense. Watch 68 Spearing come in over the top, right over here. Fumble.
And the ball got loose. And there it is. Lake Orion has it. The Dragons, everything going their way tonight. Ball just inside the 40.
Bettridge comes up with it. Tooley to work.
They go to Sargent, and he's stacked up before he gets to the line of scrimmage by number 55, Matt Ott. Matt Ott on the tackle, and a loss on the play. A little more than a yard.
6'2", 205 senior. I like that 55, Matt Ott. He is a hitter. Captain of the defense.
Well, this is Tooley's kind of game. When they're up this much with this lead, they can air it out and work on some things that they don't normally get a chance to in any close games. 3 receivers split. And he goes short. Complete to McKay. McKay close to the first down, and he'll be short by about a yard.
Nice catch by Dave McKay. Boy, he's got a host of receivers. He's got McKay, he's got Eldridge, got Crawford. Tooley's got his choices when he drops back. Luke Denver out there. Tooley drops back, looks to the right side, finds Dave McKay wide open right here, on the money. Throw was on the numbers. Nice tackle down low. Good pickup by McKay.
McKay 10 yards, just short of the first down as they had lost a yard previously. McKay now in motion, sets up on the other side. Again, 3 receivers split. He's got Sargent in the backfield. Tooley on a stop and go. And he's got his receiver out there, Garcia. John Garcia, the junior, 5'8", 165. Complete for the first down.
He's made a couple of nice catches tonight. Garcia has played well all night. He's wide open on a little bit of just a flat-out screen here, out to the sideline. Tries to get some yards after the catch, but gets wrapped up and takes a big hit.
Homecoming night here for the Lake Orion Dragons, and they are making it count. 27-0. You see the clock ticking down here in the third quarter, and they are on their way to another score. Or are they? Stop there. On the carry was Lindemood. Lindemood had a big carry his first time. And nothing here on this one, Jack.
No, good defense in here. 94, Robert Kosh comes up. Lindemood looking for a hole. See Kosh go down low right here, and then over the top comes Nate Jones and company. Nice tackle.
Second down and about 12. Loss of about 2 yards. Tooley in the shotgun now. He's been working with the 3 receivers split. He's got Sargent right next to him to block. Sargent picks up a block, and Tooley steps up, and now he is brought down, and a nice tackle made in there, and a nice sack by the Falcons' Lunston. Matt Lunston comes in here, Jack, and on his knees gets him.
Tooley's going to look, maybe roll to the right, sees pressure, tries to step up inside of it, but here comes Lunston, 50, and then he gets help from big 54 Jermaine Brown, and that's it for Tooley. Takes a big sack, and the Falcons make a stop.
They've done that a couple times to Tooley. They had a big sack towards the end of the first half, and now come up with a big one here to make it third and about 19. Tooley to throw. Has some time. Pressure coming. Flag down. Looks like a holding call. And through the hands of Crawford. And I think Crawford saw the flags too.
Tried to find Mike Crawford there. A little high. The holding. Definitely holding. Good pressure from that front 4 of the Falcons.
There's the hold call. And they're going to say no to that and make it 4th down.
Jermaine Brown, Matt Ott, big number 89. Rob Opie trying to get inside there. They're all coming now. There you see Brown coming up the middle, and it was the hold right over there. It was on Opie.
And that's where that big sack came in handy. They got the big sack so they won't take the penalty and make it 4th down. 4th and 19 now. You saw Shermilano back. And Tooley, remember, he'll be punting, so it's a nice option just in case. You get a high snap there. It did come down for him. Shermilano runs in, and look at this. He pooched it, and it worked. Ball at the 6-yard line.
Everything's going right, and Steve Sheffield goes in and downs it. But Tooley, that is a good option. Your quarterback can look down the field. If something opens, he can make it happen. He punts there on a pooch and puts it in good position.
Yeah, when you're down this far in the field, he could have audible. One guy could break out and he could throw to him, or, you go for the punt. And he just pooched it enough to get it in there, the 6-yard line.
It's another opportunity to let your quarterback handle the ball, really.
1st and 10, the mighty Dragons there.
I was high-fiving him at halftime. He was fired up.
So that's where you were.
Looking for caffeine.
Falcons go to the ground game.
Brewster keeps getting ankle tackled. If he could slip that ankle tackle, he's gone.
And you better watch it, but you better lift those feet up because that's how they got Ed Hillary out of there. Hillary out with an ankle injury. They're starting running back.
Look at big 76, Matt Thomas, 6'3", 265. Up front, the left offensive tackle, I think Brewster wants to get behind him, and they've got to get the ball into Vito Chermilano's hands. He hasn't touched it in decades.
He hasn't done much, just through the air, their leading receiver. 2nd and 6 now. And they go to him, Jack. They must have heard you, and it looks like he's picked up the 1st down. So good play calling here by Jack Roberts.
Well, things happen. Good things happen when Vito touches that ball and they go find him. But really, this is his first catch in a long time. Nice pass here by Potts. Right on the money, on the numbers, in tight coverage. You can see he's being double-teamed all night.
Almost a face mask, too. They almost tacked on some more at the end of that.
They want to punish Chermilano. He's going wide out this time.
Chris Potts, the quarterback, again, won the accuracy award down at the University of Florida for quarterback camp. This time they go to the run again on 1st down. Not much there for Kowalski.
No, Kowalski didn't have much room there. Tried to slip in. They've got a big advantage size-wise in the offensive front. But it just looks to me the Falcons are getting a little tired. It's tough. You're down 27 points. You got to suck it up and keep hitting. You know, and the other team's having a big night at homecoming. Your rivals, you've known each other for years. It's tough.
Second down and a short 9 here for the Falcons. 2 receivers split for Chris Potts. He goes to the tailback. Brewster follows his block, then cuts back. Brewster has the first down and more. Brewster finally brought down across the 30 to the 34-yard line. First down for the Falcons. And you saw the halftime statistics. The Falcons have been running the ball very well. And they've gotten, for instance, at halftime, Brewster had 87.
Comes
and now
into the left hole. He sees he's a little crowded right there behind Toma. Cuts all the way back to the right. Beats McKay's shirt tackle. Keeps going right here. But he takes a big hit from 22 Tim Klaus, who really was trying to tackle the ball and come up with a fumble. What they see is Brewster, when he gets in the open, he goes to a one-handed, and he carries it on the inside. Rip it out of him.
Brewster, before that carry, 13 carries for 111 yards. So a good night for him and the Falcon ground game, but they have got to get on the board.
They're still just shy of midfield. They get a lot of yards, they have great plays, but when it comes time to count, you got to make it count and punch it in. That missed field goal hurt too. Took a little wind out of the sails.
He took it out of them, and before that, they had a nice drive that stalled at the 8-yard line. And it could be 27-10, and again, a different ball game. Instead, 27-0. They go to the first man, and it'll look like Kowalski there. Nothing there, and it'll be third.
Wow, Zach
and about
Kesey.
5 again.
Zach Kesey, 34, is really playing in the second half. He's only a junior. He's not that big, but he's quick. He's 5'11", 200 on the roster here. But man, can he move. He's number 34. Watch him and his partner, 44, Steve Sheffield. Those two, the linebackers, definitely making a lot of tackles tonight.
And that'll do it for the third quarter, as the Falcons have had it on their end of the field and really couldn't do anything that whole third quarter. And Lake Orion managed to get one in on the interception by Mike Crawford to make it 27-0. That's where we stand, and we'll be back with the fourth and final quarter right after these messages.
It's the way you inspire. It's the way you grow. It's the way you lead. It's the way you play. It's the way you work. It's the way you discover. TCI. It's the way you learn.
The TCI Game of the Week. We're at Lake Orion. Dave Zorn along with Jack Roberts. The Lake Orion Dragons here on homecoming night lead it 27-0 over the Rochester Falcons. And the Falcons are on the move again. Now they have to convert on a big third down play again.
This is a big one.
Potts, the pressure got to him, and it's almost intercepted just as he released. The pressure got there and really didn't get that much on the pass.
Trying to find Milano. He might have been open. Tightly covered. Double pump. Didn't really have time. Gets it over coverage. Little deep. Almost picked off by 22. Tim Klaus just missed.
Fourth down and punting down for the Falcons.
Potts is explaining when he double pumped, the lineman got his hand and deflected it.
Churchill and Crawford back. That's Churchill.
Falcons to punt. Nino Bice gets it off. And it's caught there by Mark Churchill. Churchill going backwards. And he's inside the 20 at about the 17-yard line. One of the deepest drives that the Dragons will have to come up with. You see,
bobbled
it and had to go back.
And then 52, Luke Fair going to come in and wrap him up low. and I think it was 55. Ott coming in up high. Good downfield coverage, though. John Hanley got down there quick for the Falcons, almost came up with a fumble.
Darren Tooley, 11 of 18, 198 yards passing.
Have a homecoming.
And he's got 2 touchdown tosses here to Eldridge and to Crawford. Ball was at the 18-yard line where the Dragons started.
Sargent
on the carry, yep.
Like you said, Dave, right now when Tooley drops back, he really doesn't have anything to lose. And that's dangerous when he's got 3 receivers. Hot, like Garcia, Eldridge, and Crawford. A lot of choices. And a good arm.
There you see Sargent carrying the ball majority of the time for Lake Orion. He's had some help from Lindemove a few times. Tooley back to throw, going downfield for the first down. He's got it, and breaking away is Eldridge. Eldridge makes a cut, leaps over his man, loses the ball, and the Falcons get it back.
Fumble.
Now it's fumbled again, and the Falcons get it back again at about the 40-yard line. Well, follow the bouncing ball here.
Brett Waddles made the fumble recovery for Rochester, and then his own teammate came over and saved the day there, Matt Ott.
I think it just slipped out of Eldridge's hands when he tried to make a cut. Let's take a look.
Nice pass here, Tooley right out into the right flat. Eldridge makes a good little hook move here through the defenders, going for some yards after the catch. Makes a leaping little attempt right here, loses the ball, and that's when Waddles comes up with it, tries his run back, and then he loses it too. The ball's a little bit wet. Right here. Oh, his old man ran it out of him. And then 55, Matt Ott with good recovery. Falcons come up with it.
Brewster on that carry. Yeah, not much there.
His own man took it right off him.
It just bumped him as he was running by to block for him.
And I think he was thinking what I was thinking, Waddles. This might be the chance to break the ice, look for a big play, get 6, and then maybe an onside kick.
Yeah.
High school football, you never know.
Could turn things around real quick. The Falcons have to do it conventionally, though. 2nd and 9. You see the clock here in the 4th quarter. Falcons running out of time. The option. Loose ball and picked up by Brewster. For the Falcons just shy of midfield back at the 48. So a big loss of 8 yards. Maybe even 9 from where they're marking it. Yep, they'll mark it as a 9-yard loss.
Defensive pressure everywhere. Potts gets rid of it early. Crawford just having trouble coming up with it. Brewster, lucky it wasn't a fumble. But all 5 of the left side of the Lake Orion defensive line was in the backfield when Potts took the snap.
They have been getting penetration and causing problems for the Falcons now. 3rd and 19.
Somebody's got to block somebody up front.
They do this time. One sneaks through, and that one gets him. Big sack there for number 38, Bettridge. Chris Bettridge on the sack.
Good hustle by Bettridge, the senior, 6'2", 190, showing good speed there and a lot of strength. Pushed 2 blockers right off. Comes through on the right side up high. You'll see him right here. He's coming right through free right here, and Potts is in trouble. And Bettridge throws him down for a big loss. Nice sack.
Mike Crawford back to receive.
Punting. And a high end-over-end punt for Nino Bice. And it gets a great roll, though. A Falcon roll inside the 20. So the Dragons will start at about the 19-yard line and try to pick up where they left off. Well, the Falcons just they come up with some nice plays, and then it'll fall apart on them. Some penalties, some lost yardage there on the sack, which has happened a few times.
They have big gainers, lots of yardage on the ground. They just can't seem to put it all together. And you can't do that against a guy like Tooley. This guy can throw the ball.
It'll be interesting to see time of possession at the end of the game, and I think Rochester may have it at the end of the game still. 8:29 left in this one. Lindemove. And he's hit for a loss. So the defense of the Falcons still fired up and doing their job.
Right here you see one of the best juniors on the Falcon Club 50, Matt Lunston, 6'2", 189, defensive end. He broke right through the front line of scrimmage right here off the side. Watch him come flying in right over here, throw off his block and take on the ball carrier. Beautiful, fundamental defensive front play there by Lunston. McKay was right up in his face. He just threw him off and took on the ball carrier.
McKay goes in motion. Sargent on the carry. And he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Short of the line of scrimmage by about a yard, so they get knocked back even further. So it'll be 3rd and 15 now. Well, the Falcon defense coming up big here, as all Lake Orion wants to do is run that clock out, so they're going to the run, and the clock down to 7:15.
I think the players are enjoying the weather. I really do, Dave. It's not as hot, and they can go a lot longer now. You know,
yeah, it's the first real cool night that we've had for football. Tooley steps up. He loses the ball, and I think Rochester got it. Initially, there was a drag in there, but he got up. He didn't realize the ball was right under him.
Ref was screaming, Green's got the ball.
Oh, he did give it to him.
Tell you, Nick Petrillo, 17, thought he had it.
Let's take a look.
Tooley right here looking, drops the ball low on his hip, and then his own lineman's going to bang into him. Oh, he just bobbled it right there. Then it was kicked by Petrillo, and he went after it. No, the Lake Orion, the Dragon guy had the ball first.
Okay, he was there. It was right underneath him.
Nice hustle by Nick Petrillo, the defensive end.
So it brings up 4th and punting down now. Tooley in his own end zone to punt. They're coming after him, but he gets it off. Shermilano takes it at the 45. Makes a move to the 40. And they're trying to strip it from him, but he gets to the 35-yard line. So great field position for the Falcons to start. And they've got to get it in there quickly. 6:43 left.
You know, this is just me, but with Cherry Milano, he's a receiver. He's got a pretty heavy-duty, complicated face mask on, and I really think he's having trouble seeing the ball coming down out of the lights. You might want to go to a more singular bar action. It really makes a difference. It reflects off, and he had trouble. He was bobbling the ball through most of that run back.
You're not talking the old field kicker kind of bars, like Billy Kilmer kind of thing.
Yeah, you know, Frank
Joe
Gifford.
Theismann kind of thing.
Billy Kilmer. No, but maybe 2 or 3 bars instead of, he's got like 6 of them in his eyes.
Yeah, he's got the side, the ones on the side, too. Potts to throw. The screen too high, though, for Brewster, but he does bring it down and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Well, had he hit him just a little bit lower, he might have been able to take off, but that just slowed him down enough for the defense to get over there.
Gave the defense time to recover. Right now, you've almost got to make your move. A little late, but he was waiting for Brewster to turn around. Makes a nice catch over the top. And then McKay runs him down, and he's got big help from 55. Good tackle in there from Matt Wohlgemuth.
So you can see why Potts did throw it up in the air to wait for him to turn around there. He had to get it off before the defense got to him. 2nd and 10 now.
Brewster will learn on his screen, turn around early.
I formation in the backfield. They go to the tailback, Brewster. Brewster breaks out and then hit as he gets into the defensive backfield after a gain of about 4 yards.
Zach Kesey, 34, got his hand on his ankles again, slowed him up just enough, and then his teammates come in and bring him down, but Brewster's quick to the hole. Nice blocking up front right here from the Rochester front.
They're trying to strip it, and he almost, did you see it there?
They're tackling the ball.
Yeah, he has to hang on to that ball. He almost lost it twice there. Even on the tackle, the ball was coming out. 3rd and 6 now for the Falcons, and this is a familiar scene for them. Ball at about the 32-yard line. Potts to throw, steps up. He could have taken off, but he got turned around and sacked for a loss. even back from the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and about 11.
Wow, Chuck Ventimiglia, 65, puts a lick on Potts. Little stumbling there going on as far as the fakes. Beats McKay here on a spin, and then look out, Ventimiglia comes right into his face mask. Good tackle by the 250-pound senior.
What kind of cheer was that? You see that? Oh.
What was that?
It was in the days when you used to have the long hair. They flipped it forward and they flipped their hair back. I don't know. They just caught the tail end of that.
Long hair?
Yeah, back when you had your long hair.
Oh, hey.
4th and 11. They're going for it. And they go to the draw. They go to the speed of Brewster. Brewster looking for some blocks. Oh. Well, he tried to make something out of nothing and didn't get anything. 4th. And it'll be first down going the other way. Take a look here.
Brewster to the right side, little draw action, slips off, comes off the right tackle right here. Thinks he's got open field, but there, the ball's on the inside. Get that ball on your outside arm.
They're still trying to strip it.
Yeah, wrap it with
Brewster had enough of that. He had a little helmet slap there. And as our director, Pat Collar, said, reminiscent of another number 20, Barry Sanders, the way he was trying to make things happen out there.
22, Tim Klaus got in there first and tried to tackle the ball. And Darren Tooley's got it back, and look out. He's got 4 minutes, enough time to put some more points on the board. Oh, they pulled Tooley. They're going to go to Luke Denver.
And they're moving the ball up to the 45 here, so it's 1st and 5. Did we see a flag go down? Nobody saw a flag go down. Well, 1st and 5 might have been encroachment or what do they call
homecoming? Homecoming 5?
Advantage? I don't know.
Homecoming
new
5.
quarterback. New quarterback. They give you an automatic 5 yards. Luke Denver.
Are we in Ann Arbor? What happened?
Now another flag down. Luke Denver, a junior, 5'8", 160.
Lake Orion.
The heir apparent to Darren Tooley.
Well,
and now they move it back.
We shouldn't have gave the 5. Let's take it back.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, now we're back to where we started, and we'll go 1st and 10. How's that?
Officials can't win because everybody believes they have a motive.
Luke Denver at 5'8". Gives him a different look.
Denver handing the ball out to number 30.
Good defense by the Falcons there, just plowing right through, gang tackling. 50, Lunston in there, had help from Jermaine Brown.
Denver comes out now, and going in.
Adam Woodward coming out of the ball game.
95, Chris Campbell in on the tackle also. Falcons not giving up, still trying to play tough.
Yeah, okay. They're using the quarterback method of running the plays in. This is something Joe Abramson and I talked about last week at Ferndale and Berkeley. The quarterback running in the plays, wouldn't that tire out the quarterback?
Yeah.
In this situation, he's coming in fresh, so it really doesn't, I don't think it plays a part yet, but they were doing it all game. Look at this. Denver takes it himself on a bootleg and comes up with some big yardage. Not enough for the first. He'll be short by about 2 or 3 yards, but nobody expected that.
Yep, little bootleg here by Denver. Just in off the bench, calls the play, slips around the right corner. And then 95, Chris Campbell comes up and puts a pop on him. Right here over the top, slows him down, but nice game by Luke Denver.
Picks up about 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2, and again, he runs in with the play. So it's all right if you're on the short side of the field,
yeah,
not
he
too
just
much.
went all the way
but you had to
across.
run all the way over there, and I think it really tires out your quarterback, unless you want to do some conditioning and get him in shape.
This quarterback's never been likely, prone to run wind sprints.
Pitch goes back, and not much there for Brunkhorst. Canyon Brunkhorst, the tailback on the run, number 30.
I even saw a quarterback that would comb his hair in between plays in the huddle, and I'm not kidding you.
In the huddle?
In the huddle, pull out a comb.
How'd he sneak a comb out there?
Slip it back, comb the hair. It's like, come on, you going to break a sweat tonight?
Where was this? What
East
level?
Detroit High School, the Shamrocks.
Oh, boy. That must have been interesting.
Yeah.
4th down and punting down now for the Dragons, and Thule is in there to punt. They don't want to take a chance on losing the ball. Back there is Nick Sharamilano again to receive.
Or was that Frazier? Which? Hold on.
Don't say. Sharamilano cuts upfield, breaks one, and then everybody in green uniform just piles on top of him past the 30-yard line, about the 32.
He hasn't been able to break it on special teams tonight. He's been frustrated, but like you said, the kicks have been real high, allowing the defenders to get downfield and then come up with gang tackles. There he beats one, almost beats his second guy, but look, he's got 5 guys around him. There's nowhere to go, and he's faced it all night.
Strange situation tonight if you want to doubt the commissioner, because even though it's a shutout, we see the Falcons, they have really dominated in terms of ball control.
Right.
So,
if you looked at the stats, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't know if we're going to doubt the commissioner tonight, even though it was a 27-0 game.
We wouldn't doubt him, but we think maybe spending too much time with the fantasy league, you know, something like that. That was Cedric Berry again coming in, trying to pound it up the middle. He's limping a little bit.
There's some rumblings, Jack, that our last few games that the commissioner has picked to cover.
Having a bad year?
Well, we may be, instead of the TCI game of the week, we may be calling it the TCI blowout of the week.
Uh-oh.
This, unfortunately, folks, just happened to be another one. Lake Orion 27, Rochester nothing, and
might be time to trade that crystal ball for, like, I don't know, a lava lamp, something? I don't know.
Well, as we said, we expected better. Next week we'll expect better, but we thought this would be a good game, and it appeared that way. But when you got a Darren Thule on that side, anything can happen. And next week it'll be a team that we don't usually get a chance to see, and that's West Bloomfield, and they'll be taking on Troy Athens. And it'll be at Troy Athens. Athens, as we mentioned earlier, defeated these Rochester Falcons in an overtime game, 2017, last week.
Well, Athens has a lot of players back. Remember last year we saw Athens take on Troy. And they've got most of their team comes back. Last year they were all juniors and sophomores, underclassmen. They'll all be back. And
so this could be a great Troy-Athens matchup this year, as it used to be in the past. Well, Jack, you can catch one of your favorite shows right here on TCI 63, and that's the Master Anglers. Don't forget to tune in for that Thursday night at 8. One of your favorite shows.
Yeah.
You been out there catching fish?
Gomi, come on.
Mark Gomez, the Master Angler.
I'm going to bring Ted Nugent out with him one night.
Get back to the action as the pass is complete for the first down, and he is not down yet. Chris Potts hits his receiver, Brett Waddles, and Waddles comes up with a first down.
We got to get a cigar sponsor for that show for Gomi. Get some fatties going.
Well, if he wants that, he may get Wayne Fonts out there.
There it is, Potts right over to the left. Nice pass on the numbers. Good move here, a little spin move, pick up some extra yards, but he slipped and lost his feet.
Nice job in keeping his feet.
Brett Waddles, you know, remember, he picked up that fumble before and was trying to make it happen, but fumbled.
Time running out. Clock running at 20 seconds. Pass goes out, trying to make the reception and go out of bounds, but he just threw it out of bounds, intended out there for number 88, Jeff Smith. Clock stopped now with 17 seconds left. 2nd and 10 for the Falcons. So
I went out
see
fishing.
some fresh jerseys out there.
Yeah.
Oh, you fish?
No, I went out fishing for the first time in my life 2 weeks ago. And I caught one, and I think it was like 4.5 inches. You know, I mean, that was the best I could do. But I was the only one who got one.
Oh, very good.
Lake St. Clair.
Give you that much credit.
Yeah. Got in like 7 fatties. It was a beautiful day.
Don't tell the Master Angler that you caught a 4-inch fish.
I know.
Downfield, deep downfield, and incomplete with 12 seconds left.
I was going to grill it and everything.
Intended down there for number 29, Joe Cassidy.
Yeah, everybody's getting a chance now to come in and get some valuable experience. Look at that.
There's some good look. There's a good look here on homecoming night. That's green. I mean, you see some greens before, but that is green.
Smashing pumpkins.
You can't get any more green than that. See there, that's a dull green, and then you got the hair up there that's really
St.
bright,
Patrick's
vibrant.
green there.
Yeah. As we say, chroma key green.
What's that band you guys play them on that show?
Nice pass. Oh! Almost complete out there to Jeff Smith. That stops the clock at 7. That would have been a nice play to kind of lift the hopes up of the Falcon team. Let's take a look.
Right here, Potts is going to get back, get some time, and put it up. Get a little wind under it. Tight spiral. He throws a good ball. But just a little bit wide of the receiver, Jeff Smith, who maybe could have adjusted his route and came up with a nice catch.
It would have been tough to keep that in bounds, too, if Smith did catch that.
Potts throws a good ball.
So here it is. Last play possibly with 7 seconds left. The throw goes to
Nice
Waddles.
block.
Waddles makes a cut. Waddles gets some blocking, and that'll do it. Well, Waddles makes it interesting on the last play of the game, but they still fail to score, and a big shutout on homecoming night for the Lake Orion Dragons as they defeat the Rochester Falcons 27-0, and a big jubilant crowd here will go on to enjoy this evening and this victory for the Lake Orion Dragons.
Yep, the Dragons
Mike
improved.
Crawford there, one of the key
for him.
players tonight. Interception and a touchdown reception.
Crawford had a good game. Darren Tooley, Luke Denver played well. I also thought Adam Eldridge did real well. Big number 6 there.
You see Eldridge and Tooley right there. Tooley throwing 2 touchdowns, one to Eldridge, one to Crawford, and then Crawford interception, running it back for a touchdown.
Hey, they're 4-1 now. They're on a run. This is a good club. It's going to take a lot to knock out Tooley and Eldridge.
Brewster there on the other side, a big 100-yard-plus day for him, as the Falcons had a good ground attack, but just couldn't get it in the end zone. And the Dragons shut them out. 27-0. We'll be back to wrap things up here at Lake Orion High School right after these messages. Stay with us.
Oakland Press Perspective with Neil Monroe is an informative talk show that discusses issues often overlooked by broadcast stations. Neil Monroe, the editor of the Oakland Press newspaper, will keep you abreast on hot topics, events, and issues taking place in Oakland County. So for news you can use, join Neil Monroe every week on the Oakland Press Perspective, Friday night at 8:30 on TCI 63. If you wish a video cassette of TCI Sports, the cost is $25. Send a check payable to TCI, along with your name, address, and the names of the teams that played in the game, to TCI Sports Videotapes, 4500 Delamere Boulevard, Royal Oak, Michigan, 48073. Remember to tell us which game you wish to receive. And thank you for watching TCI Sports.
And welcome back to the TCI Game of the Week, where the Lake Orion Dragons have defeated the Rochester Falcons 27-0 here on homecoming night for the Dragons. And a successful night for Chris Bell and his team. Chris Bell in his first year here as head coach, and he's got quite a team to work with. Take a look at this. Passing yardage, Lake Orion 230 to 82, and of course Tooley doing the job.
All over it. Darren Tooley to a host of wide receivers.
He was 12 of 19 for 230 and 2 touchdown passes. Rushing 177 for Rochester, and 111 of those going to Brewster with 18 carries. 37 for Lake Orion, as Sargent had a tough time, but really, when you talk about Lake Orion, you got to talk about their passing. And that's
Eldridge for sure, too.
Yeah. But look at our close total yardage was.
Yep, you would never know. And first down's the same. And really, you would in time of possession, you would never know it was this big of a blowout.
Yeah, turnovers hurt them for 1 touchdown. And time of possession, you can see Rochester did get the edge. So,
but when you've got a hot quarterback like Darren Tooley and you got a lot of guys to go to like Eldridge and Crawford, Eldridge 6 catches, 117 total yards. I mean, it was a great night for Darren Tooley. What a homecoming.
Great homecoming, and you can't forget Mike Crawford, who had the interception for a touchdown and kicking the extra points as well. Lake Orion started it off in the first quarter with a Tooley 8-yard pass to Eldridge, making it 7-0 with the extra point. In the second quarter, they scored twice. It was Sargent on a 1-yard run, and the extra point making it 14-0 there. And Crawford then from Tooley in the second quarter as well, 75 yards. The extra point was good, made it 21-0 at that point.
The long bomb kind of broke the back of the Falcons.
Yeah, and then the interception by Crawford was the last score as he went in, took it all the way, some 40, 50 yards on the return for the touchdown. And he was so tired he didn't get the extra point. But we'll give him credit because he had a heck of a night, too. 27-0, the final score, Lake Orion over Rochester. Next week, the West Bloomfield Lakers take on the Troy Athens Redhawks at Troy. And that'll be Saturday and Monday at 8 p.m. We look forward to that game probably breaking our streak here.
It's got to.
Consecutive blowouts here. And we can have some redemption for the commissioner, Pat Collar, who has been so nice to come up with a schedule for us, albeit last year he did a great job. This year, I think he's evening out his record.
I'm going to bow to my lava lamp for a break in the streak.
Want to thank Jack Roberts for filling in for Joe Abramson, Andy Glansman doing our stats. I'm Dave Zorin, and for our entire TCI crew, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week from Troy Athens. The final score here, Lake Orion Dragons 27 and the Rochester Falcons 0. Good night, everybody.